Hi, this is Jude Pinto, the Chief Delivery Officer at Payments Canada. Welcome to another of our quarterly status updates on the RTR program. What I hope to cover today includes sharing some major program milestones that we've achieved this past quarter. I'll talk a little bit more about what's on tap for the next quarter and indeed for the rest of the year. And finally, I'd like to talk about some key activities underway for existing and future member participants to be ready for the RTR. So what are the major milestones that we completed in Q1? Well, I'm very pleased to say that our technical build has achieved 60% completion on all fronts and is on target to complete in calendar Q3 of 2025. Those technical components include the RTR clearing and settlement component, the replatforming of RTR Exchange now on a common infrastructure with clearing and settlement, new technical infrastructure being provisioned for both, the e-transfer real-time clearing and settlement conversion readiness, and finally, fraud foundational services build, also at 60%, which includes new protection for the entire ecosystem. Let me drill down a bit on what the fraud foundational services components are. They include a national transaction scoring, a national reporting and intelligence platform, a national risk list introduction, and national confirmation of payee capability. These are designed to work in tandem with the fraud controls that exist within our member participants and make them stronger. And as we've seen in other countries, we anticipate that this will continue to evolve post-Release 1. Let's talk about what's on tap for Q2 and for the rest of this year. We're about to enter a comprehensive phase of internal technical testing, which follows the technical build phase. This is on track to complete in Q3 of 2025. Testing includes what the industry and Payments Canada require in terms of system integration, security, operational readiness, user acceptance, and performance testing of the foundational fraud utility. Let me tell you a little bit about industry impact assessment and testing readiness, which is also underway. Participant readiness is a parallel activity to the technical testing work that we're about to start. It involves understanding the technical and operational changes involved for each of our existing member participants and the new onboarding and readiness activities required for new member participants. Industry test planning is being done through joint workshops underway with the industry. And early analysis around our final deployment strategy and the timing of that is also underway. Deployment will be dependent in part on the results of impact assessments, participant readiness, and testing results. We've also completed some important work in collaboration with our regulators and with the industry in support of how participants can connect and use the RTR. Let me explain some of the participation options. Member participants have two choices for the exchange of payments. They can go direct to the new RTR exchange or use a third-party exchange, Interax e-transfer being the first of these. There are also two choices for clearing and settlement. Member participants may use their own Bank of Canada settlement account or can choose to be an indirect via a direct settlement agent. The Canadian Payments Act amendments and the introduction of RPAA expands membership eligibility. And we welcome new participation in Payments Canada and the RTR. More and more, we're seeing growing interest around what are the qualifying criteria and what do potential new participants need to do to get ready for real-time payments. Before I go, I'd like to remind you of the upcoming Payments Canada Summit in Toronto, May 6th to 8th. This is our annual conference designed to connect the Canadian and the international payments ecosystems to learn and discuss more about the future of payments. Looking forward to discussing RTR, fraud, delivery, and a number of other topics. I hope you can join me there. Until next time, thank you very much.